Assalamualaikum and good evening. The reason we are having this meeting today is to discuss about the English course that will be conducted over the weekend. This course is very important because a good knowledge of English allows you to communicate effectively with international clients. This will gain their trust towards our organization, and we will have a strong bond and long-lasting business relationships with them. Other than that, it is estimated that 50% of the pages on the internet are written in English, which means you can find all of the information on the internet in English. Those information are very helpful for you when you understand more about English, and it can help you during your project and will help you doing your report. At the end of this course, I can guarantee that you guys will have no problem during the presentation and negotiating and meeting international clients. Does anyone has any problem regarding this situation?
Yes, I am. I'm sorry, but actually I can't attend the course on weekend since on weekend I have another extra job. This is because most of us are not rich and not from a wealthy family. With a medium education and qualification, we are not able to earn a high salary. Thus, the only way to earn extra income is doing a part-time job, such as a GrabFood rider and many more. Nowadays, as you can see, the cost of living is rising. With the current salary, we might not be able to pay all living expenses, such as having loan, personal insurance, transportation, water, and electricity bill, and such, and many more. So weekend is the best day for us to gain some income so that we are able to pay those living expenses. I am a GrabFood rider, which I managed to collect around 150 ringgit per day. But after I deduct the cost of fuel and food, I earn less than 150 ringgit per day. And it might look easy to work as GrabFood, but it is exhausting and not giving so much worth for part-timer like me. But I have no choice, so I am so sorry.
This course is compulsory for all the employees, as it's very important to all the staff and the companies, because today global society business is being conducted across borders, with English often being used as an international language of communication. The ability to use English in the workplace has a number of benefits, including helping our company to succeed, building trust with colleagues and clients, building and improving international relationships, and enhance our skill set and commanding a higher salary, and also enhancing international relationship through cultural understanding. This course must be intending because when we have the ability to communicate in English, it will be a huge asset to our companies and organizations, including those who do not use English as an official language.
I understand companies' concern on our English skills, but I oppose if the class held on weekends. I believe most of people can relate that Saturday and Sunday are rest days and the day that should be spent with family and friends without any disturbances. By referring to Section 60A1 of the Employment Act 1955, an employee shall not work more than 5 consecutive hours without a period of leisure of not less than 30 minutes duration, in excess of a spread of a period of 10 hours in one day, and lastly, more than 40 hours in 1 week. Other than that, if the class is conducted on weekends, we need to find suitable time where everyone is free. Some might be free in Saturday only and some are not. It's such a waste of money, especially on water and electricity, if company is open only for 2 hours. Due to these problems, I beg to differ that weekend English course, and I suggest that English course should be changed to weekdays instead after working periods. I believe most of staffs can spend 1 hour for study English after 8 hours of working for 2 days per week, rather than comes to office for English class every weekend.
But in my opinion, class on weekend is much better than the weekdays, because during the working days, employees are still distracted by the things that are related to work. I am sure that you guys might not be able to focus during the class. So, and also it might be tiring for the staff because they had been working for 8 hours a day, and now we will add 1 more hour to their schedule, and it is not good for their health, mentally and physically. And also, don't worry because the class fees will be paid by the company.
Sorry for interrupt. I personally prefer the class to be held on weekdays. In addition, I believe that face-to-face class is more efficient compared to online class, even though online platform sounds convenient for the staffs, whereby they can simply learn at home. The only issues that we need to concern for physical learning is about the place and time. However, we do have suitable space for the lesson to be done in our office, and for the time, it can be conducted after the working hours, whereby everyone is available since the work has finished, and they can straightly continue for the English session. So I think the problem will be surely solved. Meanwhile, if we do online, there must be some of the staffs having problem with the network connection. We need to understand that not everyone is having Wi-Fi with fast internet speed at their home. And even worse, there are some of our staff who just subscribe monthly internet plan on their phone with limited data. Unstable connectivity will definitely keep the online class buffering on their screen, and this will distract their focus since they are not able to catch up during the lessons. In addition, through online, we are not able to have a physical communications, which I think it is actually crucial since in order to improve our communication skills, physical practice is needed. Well, in contrary, through physical learning, we as students may be required to speak our mind. We may be required to give presentation or speeches in front of the class in English. So these will help us to enhance our confidence to comfortably adapting to speak English. We will have to work in groups with all kinds of people with many different viewpoints. So the class will be more fun since various of approaches and activities can be done, such as games, explorers, debate, and many more. So clearly that we are not only learning English theoretically, but directly practice to speak in order to imply for our working purposes later.
But I think online class is better than face-to-face class because it will cost less for company. There is no need for company to have more cost on the electricity as we are doing online class. Plus nowadays, it is easy to access to the internet, and I think it will be much more easy for us to focus for the online class. If we proceed with for the face-to-face class, we may not be focused as well since the environment for physical class must be quite noisy and it will affect our focus. So online class is the best option to make us stay focused. If our surrounding at home are quite noisy and disturbing, we can just plug in our earphone to stay focused. And other than that, by having the online class, it will indirectly teach us to be a tech savvy. Being a technology savvy is essentially one of the skill to be smart with technology. It is also increase our productivity and efficiency since we are able to achieve more in less time. It trains us to be a good worker in this company. We are already in 2020, so having a good IT skills and company technology skills will give a great impact to the company. That's for me.
In my opinion, I agree that face-to-face learning is better than online learning. Face-to-face learning is a really effective way to learn knowledge and skill because it's often combine different way of learning, including writing, discussion, and group work, and more else. Even though this learning is traditional style of learning in which you show up at the venue at the same time for a number of sessions, but it has some advantages compared to online learning. Firstly, you will be able to concentrate harder on your learning because there will be less distraction than if you were at home. When you study online at home, there are definitely disruption that can affect your learning, such as noise, limited internet data, and much more. in face-to-face learning, we can ask any question about learning problems, and a teacher who teaching that course can easily and instantly answer those questions without any interruption, compared to online learning that might able cause buffering due to poor internet connection. So from that, we can improve our understanding of what is being learned in the classroom. Next, face-to-face learning will make you may feel more comfortable and learn more easily. As we know, this course will only involve staff in the company, so learning will take place in office where everyone is familiar and comfortable with the equipment provided by the company. We know that not all of us have a comfortable and proper place at home for online learning. A good equipment also affect our focusing on our learning, because if we do not have comfort like table and chair, it will disrupt our learning and we will not be fully informed in the classroom. So.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but if the company is determined to conduct English class on weekends, the company have to provide monthly allowance for each staff. This is because the company only cover the tuition fees for staffs. However, other expenses such as meals and transportation have to cover by ourselves. According to section 60A3 of the Act, says that any worker who is required to work extra hours is entitled to overtime payment. Thus, it is legal if the staff asks for the allowance for our extra hour in office.
I agree with Amira. And then after listening to Ida, I think that online learning is not a bad idea. And since there are a few concerns about staff lethargy and exhaustion to continue for English class after 9 to 5 working hours period, I think by having class during weekend is the best solution that we can do.
Also, I agree with that idea statement, which we will do the online class on weekend, but they have no allowance provided.
So, police.
So, okay, since we are going to come to a conclusion, I suggest for the company to make it compulsory for those who fail the English test to retake the class. However, they are required to pay with their own money for the second time. By doing this policy, it will ensure that all staffs to learn English seriously and have determination to improve their skills as quick as possible.
So yeah, I agree with Daya, and I also think that those who give zero commitment to the English class need to be fired, as improving our communication skill is very important, as we need to deal with other international clients.
I agree with Aida and Hidaya's ideas. And to add the policies suggestion, I propose for the company to shorten the period of class to 1 month only for those who excel and give full of commitment in every session. And for those who does not meet the standards, they are required to attend full 3 months English course. By doing this policy, I assure that all staffs attend and participate actively in class, as well as manage to enhance their English skills.
So in conclusion, the class will be conducted online during the weekend for 3 months with only one time per week for 2 hours per class without allowance. Those who fail will need to pay by themselves to attend the class again.